Now, Layla, you first brought us the gift of Marciano onto the show in season 3, but that storyline really got bigger than I think anyone could have kind
Yeah.
of imagined. Um, and for a video that will go up obviously after the season drops, so feel free to spoil away. What do you think of how it all unraveled on the show? And do you believe that there are still things that are being hidden from Jesse, Demi, and Marciano?
Yeah, Christina, I don't know if gift would be the right word to use for Marciano. I think quite literally the opposite, unfortunately, with his presence on our show. But I think yeah, everyone's going to get answers to what exactly happened with her affair with Marciano and understand the context of why it occurred. I think you'll see more depths of Jordan and Jesse's relationship and kind of understand that dynamic and, what led her to do what she did, not validating cheating. Cheating's not okay, but kind of understand why she was led to those actions. And yeah, I think Marciano definitely is probably stoked on his screen time, but I don't think he realizes that he's not going to look great. I think that he looks very shady and very conniving.
Mm.
I think the audience will be able to read into that for sure.
Yeah, and especially with Demi's claims of a sexual predator and that side of things, his image is definitely something to be questioned.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Miranda, it took a while for you to finally get back into Mum Talk. The girls originally thought you were the mole at the beginning of the season, spreading information to Demi. But then at the end of the season, we see this argument between the two of you, and I started to call it Shovegate, like this word of like shove. Where do
Shovegate,
you
yeah.
Shovegate? You can use it, Miranda. Go for it. Um, where do you stand with her now? And do you think she just doesn't want to admit that she overreacted and she's just sticking to her guns?
Well, I think that was part of what was so upsetting to me is that I'm like, pick a lane with the Marciano thing with the Shovegate. It was okay, like it wasn't a shove. And then it was like, well, yeah, he shoved me. And so I'm just like, and then I wasn't flirting with Marciano, and then I was flirting with Marciano. And so I I think that was like a part of my frustration is that I was like it's not a great look for you as a friend or just in general to the general public for you to be so like wishy-washy. And so yeah, I think it didn't make a whole lot of sense. And also there was video evidence of it. And so I'm like, I think we can all collectively agree that it wasn't a shove. And so, to double down on something that there's such cold hard proof of, just to me was hard for me to wrap my head around how she could not wrap her head around it.
Yeah. Who are each of you closest with in the group now, and who are you keeping a distance from?
I'm close with Miranda.
Definitely each other. Yeah, I would say we're for sure closest. Keeping a distance from Demi.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I found the end of the season where Whitney kind of declares that she actually does care about the girls in the sisterhood side of Mum Talk, and she wants to be the one that can save the sisterhood. Do you think she can save it, and do you think it can be saved?
I don't think any one person can save it. I think
Yeah.
it's collectively, it's up to all of us, and it's something that we all play a role in. And, some people choose to contribute to that and others not so much. In fact, some contribute to more of the downfall than the rise of Mom Talk. And I think that, it's even though we are a collective group and friendship, we all have our different roles individually. And I think that it definitely shows who contributes to the benefit of Mom Talk and who not so much.
We definitely see that throughout this season, and it's told to us straight blankly.
Yeah.
Um, Over the course of since Mum Talk has become this phenomenon around the world, who do you think has changed the most, and who has remained the same and most humble?
Hmm.
Um,
I think change.
seen a
I
lot of change in Whitney, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, Whitney or change for the better, I would say Whitney. Change for the worse, I'd say Demi.
Yeah.
Stayed the same, I'd say probably everyone but Demi.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
So it is still tough with Demi outside of work with Mum Talk and also on the show.
Yeah.
We're cordial for sure. And, I would never wish any ill will on to me at all. And but I do feel like once you see certain patterns, sometimes you realize with some people in some relationships, it's just better to keep a little bit of a distance is all.
Yeah, but we can be cordial. I saw her last night. I went to the Dancing with the Stars taping and I sat right next to her and her husband. He doesn't deserve his name to be called out, unfortunately. But him, and I'm going to see them tonight for an event that we did a collaboration with a clothing brand. So we see each other here and there, and I think it's for the best to be cordial and be able to keep a professional atmosphere when we're at work-related events, especially for something that like has our names attached to it. And I think that's for the better.
Well, I think that's really mature, girls. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.